Blues Brothers is by far the rarest episode of Drake and Josh. Due to music licensing issues and a scene featuring a clip from the 1980s movie The Blues Brothers, the episode was restricted from reruns on cable networks like Teen Nick, even when they were still regularly airing other episodes of Drake and Josh all the time. The episode also hasn't been available for streaming on Hulu, Netflix, or Paramount Plus. But despite these restrictions, you can still watch the episode on Pluto TV, and the full episode is even uploaded here on YouTube. But these versions that are still available are not the same cut as the original episode that aired back in 2004. The reason it's the rarest episode in the entire series is because when it first aired on Nickelodeon, they actually blocked off an entire 1-hour time slot for it and aired a special extended version of the episode, which would literally never be aired again, ever.
Hey, you're watching the extra long season premiere of Drake and Josh at the Teen Nick premiere party.
The actual runtime of the episode was over 27 minutes long, when most Drake and Josh episodes are closer to 22 to 23 minutes. That made it kind of an awkward length. Not quite long enough to be a TV movie like Drake and Josh Go Hollywood, but longer than a regular episode with a 30-minute time slot. So how did they fill up a full hour time slot? Well, it was actually a special night on Nickelodeon. They called it a premiere party night, and during all the ad breaks, they kept cutting to promotional content featuring the stars of brand new Nickelodeon shows that were just airing for the first time: Ned's Declassified and Unfabulous. There is currently nowhere at all to watch the full uncut original length Blues Brothers episode featuring all the extended scenes that aired back in September 2004. You can, however, watch the cut version of the episode, and the deleted scenes have been uploaded to YouTube as standalone clips. So I went ahead and rebuilt the episode as it aired on Teen Nick all those years ago. And today we're going to take a look back at the full extended episode, deleted scenes included, and see what kind of quality content Nickelodeon has been depriving us of. By the way, this one was directed by Fred Savage, the voice of Oswald. Shout out to him for making not only this iconic episode of Drake and Josh, but also for the quality content that I show my daughter. She fucking loves Oswald, and you know what? So do I. As always, if you like this one, be sure to throw us a fat, juicy like and maybe even subscribe. I might even paint my genitals to look like a banana, then go into the monkey's den at the zoo and let whatever happens happen. If you do. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at AgroWasHere for a daily dose of nostalgia. And if you have any other episodes or shows you want me to cover, let me know in the comments. All right, let's dive in. So in the cold open, Drake basically talks about how lucky he is and how everything goes his way. And Josh says the opposite, that nothing ever works out for him. Kinda weird and pointless. It's like they're trying to introduce these characters for the first time and spell out the premise of the show, even though it's season 2, episode 8. Like, what the fuck? Also, Drake says he won the 100-yard dash.
Then I won some music competition,
100-yard dash.
How did Drake win that? He doesn't work out, he's not a jock, he's a guitar player. Cut to the first real scene of the episode where Josh brags in the kitchen that he's gonna be on the news later.
Is there a reason you're acting extra weird today?
You're not gonna be calling me extra weird when everyone sees me on the 6 o'clock news tonight.
Why are you gonna be on the news? Did you get yourself locked in the monkey cage at the zoo again?
Hey, those chimps tricked me.
Chimps are known for tearing human beings limb from limb. Josh would be dead, let's be real. I'll be honest though, this scene pisses me off because if you look closely, Josh syrups up the whole plate of pancakes at the counter here. Then he abandons that plate and goes over and sits in the chair where Drake was just sitting and starts eating off of Drake's plate instead. What the fuck? Cut to school where Drake is signing up for the talent show, and we're introduced to possibly the strangest antagonist I've ever seen in any episode of the show.
I wouldn't count on winning the talent contest this year if I were you, Drake. Who's gonna beat me?
He calls the boys over and Josh recognizes them from being in the chorus. And then they sing a Christmas carol? Huh?
Down yon virgin mother and child.
That's probably the only time the word virgin is said on a Nickelodeon show.
Virgin
Also, is Drake supposed to be intimidated by a Christmas carol? He's in a rock band. They're all wearing sweater vests. Drake should call them dweebs and tell them to fuck off. And why a Christmas song? Why? It turns out that these guys are actually a real boy band called At Last, and they appeared on America's Got Talent. And genuinely, I don't understand why they didn't just dress like this on the show. Why the sweater vests if they were supposed to be cool singers that rivaled Drake? Was Nickelodeon just being racist, making them dress like geeks? The whole Asian nerd stereotype thing? I don't know, kinda sus. Cut to the boys' bedroom where Josh nearly kills himself by falling out the window. And the reason for this near suicide attempt is apparently because he's trying to test the precipitation for his weather report tonight on the news. Okay, I'm pretty sure the whole junior weatherman thing Josh is doing would just be a glorified take your kid to work day. Surely they would just hand the kid a note card telling him what to say on air, not actually trust Josh to calculate and predict the weather himself. I'm pretty sure you need a degree for that, not to mention a lot of extensive equipment. Drake leaves the room while Josh is mid-sentence yapping about the weather, and then Megan shows up and decides to troll Josh by making him nervous about being on TV.
You make one mistake, and millions of people see it. That's almost like making millions of mistakes.
She even reminds him that he twitched in 4th grade when he got nervous.
Who told you I twitched?
Dad.
I can't help but notice that Megan has been calling Walter Dad this entire episode, but in later seasons, she consistently calls him Walter.
Hey, Walter.
When did she start calling me Walter?
I wonder what he did to lose her respect and get demoted from Dad back to his first name. Cut to the news report. Josh starts off doing the news report fine, but then, of course, he starts to panic when he thinks back to what Megan said.
You make one mistake, and millions of people see it.
So, he just looks schizophrenic right now. No one can hear Josh's inner monologue, so the weather report just looks like this to them. And why would they cut to Walter looking displeased like that? Josh starts tweaking out, and he appears to spontaneously develop Tourette's syndrome for a moment. At least he's just twitching and not shouting curse words, though. Damn, wait a minute. Here he goes. Shit! Fuck. This part always bothered me as a kid because I feel for Josh here. I get sweaty pits like that too, okay? It's not his fault. Why does Walter yell at him for sweating?
A little warm in here.
It's not like he pulled his cock out. I mean, come on. He was in a big suit. There's hot studio lights at the TV station, and he just said it's warm weather. There's a hot front coming through. The twitch was already enough. The pits didn't need to come out.
My antiperspirant has failed.
And then for some goddamn reason, Walter pulls him back onto the screen when it cuts away from him to make sure that his twitching is shown on screen as much as possible. And genuinely, by the end of the scene, it looks like Josh, the actor, is gonna hurt himself. He's gonna injure his neck twitching this hard. It looks like a medical emergency. Like he should be foaming at the mouth. He's gonna give himself whiplash. Cut to the premiere, and Drake is playing his guitar, rehearsing for the talent show here in a public place. Who the fuck goes to the movie theater to practice playing guitar? There's a million other better places. Whatever. And you know what, guys? Lore drop. I used to work at a movie theater, and I would have told Drake to get the fuck out. Like, what the hell? You're playing your guitar here? People are here to see a movie. Helen comes by and asks if he's seen Josh because he's late to his shift. Drake is still wearing the same shirt as before, so that means Josh has to be going to work at the premiere after doing the junior weatherman thing. Damn, that's a busy day for Josh. Turns out he is at work. He's just hiding because he's too embarrassed to be seen by anybody. Drake tells him not to worry because nobody watches the weather anyway. But of course, the second Josh steps out of hiding, people clown on him instantly.
Hey, look
Look, it's a kid from the weather who couldn't stop twitching.
Yeah, I love that guy. Hey, Twitchy.
Hey, twitch it up.
And that's actually Jake Farrow in the red jacket who said that, who goes on to play Gavin, who also goes on to voice Rex in Victorious. Okay. Helen tells everyone to just leave Josh alone and that it's bad enough that he degraded himself on television. Then we cut to Drake rehearsing again, and it's the theme song he's playing, by the way. It's kind of weird how that song canonically exists within the universe of the show. Drake's rival shows up again, and they perform a short version of an original song to intimidate Drake. And I'll be honest, the song kind of slaps. Low-key banger. I'm linking it in the description because it's a chill-ass song, and y'all should smoke a fat-ass blunt to it.
See you at the talent show, Drake.
They could beat us.
We gotta rehearse now.
Were they not just rehearsing right there? What were they doing? Just fucking around annoying people? Also, just imagine you're late for a movie you've wanted to see for months now, and you can't get to the goddamn theater because there's a boy band battle going on in the lobby. Gavin, who isn't Gavin until the next episode, goes up to Josh with his buddy to harass him some more.
Hey, will you tell him I'm doing the Twitch right?
That's not how he did it. He did it like this.
No, it was more like...
What if Josh was just like, actually, I have Tourette's. You're committing a hate crime. Seriously though, Josh is a child here. This is weird behavior from adults to be mocking him like this. He literally could have Tourette's. They don't know him. Cut to Megan watching Josh twitching over and over on TV, and Josh complains that his life is over because this humiliation is gonna haunt him for the rest of his life. And notice how when Drake and Josh first enter the room, they're carrying backpacks and they throw them down like they just got home from school. There's actually a deleted scene right before this one where they're in class and Josh has to give a report in front of everyone, and he starts twitching just like he did on TV while the whole class just laughs at him.
Persia was first founded by the Persians. Farsi.
No way I'm sleeping through this.
It's actually a pretty long deleted scene. It goes on for a full minute and a half. Kind of crazy that it aired once and then never again. So after the school scene, they get home and Josh is really not a happy camper. And in the cut version, it seems like Megan replaying the scene on TV is what triggered him. But in the original cut, it seems pretty clear that the whole classroom scene is what's probably bothering him more. Drake tries to cheer him up by pointing out that Blues Brothers is on, and then it actually shows the TV and shows a real clip from the movie.
Oh, shit. Jesus Christ!
Just kidding, that's not the scene it actually shows, but it does play a real clip, and that's kind of weird. I mean, yeah, it's a classic, but it's an R-rated film, and they're kind of promoting it to kids on this kids show on Nickelodeon. Josh won't cheer up even when Drake tries singing their song together, and is that a hamster cage behind them? I'm pretty sure they don't have a hamster, right? So Drake promises Josh he's gonna help him get past this depression, but then when Josh leaves the room, he replays the twitchy weather broadcast for fun, just like Megan was doing. Drake is fake as hell for that one. Later on, Josh is making trail mix all sadly when his parents show up and tell him he has to go to the talent show to support Drake, even though he's still ashamed to be seen in public. And there's a deleted scene here where the phone actually rings and it's someone calling just to harass Josh for being the twitchy weather boy.
Hello? Yes, I'm the twitchy weather boy. And stop calling!
How the fuck did they get his phone number? What? So Josh agrees to go to the talent show, but only if he can wear a ski mask so no one will recognize him. Cut to the premiere where a girl is finishing up doing her violin solo. And there's a deleted scene here from the original cut of the episode where Megan complains that the violin sounds like shit. And then Walter tells Josh to take off his ski mask because he's looking like he's gonna shoot up the place.
Is that a violin?
It sounds like a moose got hit by a car.
Is Drake's band up next?
No, it's the Choral Society.
The dorks who performed on our porch last Christmas?
Don't say dorks. Though they were dorks.
Josh, will you take that ski mask off? You're freaking people out.
This way, no one knows who I am.
Hey, look, it's a kid from the weather who couldn't stop twitching.
Oh, yeah, I love that guy. Hey, Twitchy.
I mean, brother, Josh looks kind of dope in that ski mask. Next up is the Asian boy band, and they're no longer wearing nerd outfits. Instead, they look more like how they dress on America's Got Talent. And in a deleted scene right here, Drake actually acknowledges this.
What happened? They look cool. Dorks aren't supposed to look cool. It's against dork rules.
Don't worry, man. They can't touch us. Totally, your song rocks.
In a big plot twist, they steal Drake's thunder by performing I Found a Way. Yeah, that's right, the theme song of the goddamn show that Drake was gonna perform himself for the talent show. So Drake has to switch up the song he's performing, otherwise he'll look like a copycat loser. He tells Josh they gotta perform their Blues Brothers duet Soul Man together, but Josh refuses because he's still too embarrassed to go in front of the public.
We are doing the Blues Brothers together. What is this, Twitch-a-palooza? You know what happens to me when I get up in front of people.
Yeah, and it's gonna keep happening if you don't get over it now.
And this is a good message, to be honest. Drake is correct here, and this was before they dumbed down his character significantly in seasons 3 and 4.
I've never seen anything this scary. And I fought in Nam.
Nam?
You know, Vietnam.
Where's that? New Jersey?
It kind of reminds me of the way he acted in the pilot episode when he gave Josh some tough love and told him that he could give good advice even without having to wear a dress.
And now our final act of the evening. It's a boy very dear to my own heart, Drake Parker and his band, whose names I do not know.
And Helen also says that exact line in The Storm.
Rockstar Drake Parker and his band, whose names I do not know.
Pretty cool, right? Huh, you don't think so, do you? Well, let me get a gun, put it up my asshole, and shoot it then. So Drake starts performing his tribute to the Blues Brothers, and earlier in the episode when he was rehearsing his song at the premiere, he only had 4 bandmates. But now that we're at the talent show, that number has increased from 4 to 7, with the sudden addition of a brass trio. Those weren't gonna be in the original performance. And they all go on to flawlessly perform a song that none of them have ever rehearsed once. Josh immediately joins the performance and does some backflips. Iconic. Why would Josh be able to randomly do that when he's shown to have 0 athletic ability in every other episode? Drake keeps on singing. Josh busts out some crazy dance moves. The saxophone is popping off. The whole scene is crazy, and it actually sounds really good. It's a solid performance, and good thing it's entertaining because it goes on for like a full 2.5 minutes. Helen runs on and immediately announces Drake is the winner.
Well, we have our winners, Drake Parker!
What? Who determined that? Surely, if there's judges, they did not have enough time to deliberate that quickly. And if Helen just picks the winner, then Drake was always gonna win. The Asian kids never stood a chance. Rigged competition. Bullshit. Honestly, though, the entire final sequence with the Soul Man routine is burned into my memory. It's pretty unforgettable, iconic, just all around great television. I also love the Blues Brothers, so even though it's kinda weird for this episode to be promoting an R-rated movie to little kids, I'll let it slide because it's just a great film. But even with the awesome final sequence in this episode, and even with all the deleted scenes, I still think Nickelodeon had a lot of goddamn nerve for originally airing this one in a 1-hour time block, when the extended version of the episode is still under 30 minutes. That's just insane! The amount of ads and pointless promo content they just pushed onto our younger minds is kinda wild. And we just took it, especially when that promo content was riveting stuff like this.
Devin, you're gonna have to answer a shocking personal question. You ready for this? What's the craziest thing you've done to get a girl to like you?
Ooh.
Do you guys need a huddle?
Huddle. Group decision.
And the answer is?
I don't know.
There was one final scene that wasn't cut but changed. In the extended cut of the episode, the credits actually displayed an extended scene of the Blues Brothers performance. But in the versions that aired after the premiere, that scene was replaced with a scene of the band At Last performing, which I don't really understand that change, because Soul Man was still used in the entire 2.5 minute ending sequence. So how would changing the credits solve anything? I don't get it. But enough of me yapping. What do you think of Blues Brothers? Do you remember the extended cut that aired one singular time over 20 years ago? Or did you have no idea that an extended cut of this episode even existed? Let me know in the comments and let's kick it. And as always, I gotta give a massive shout out to the channel and Patreon members, the Aggro Army. You guys genuinely keep me up tossing and turning at night with erotic thoughts. Yeah, so thanks for the support. That's all I can say about that. Thank you. If you're still here, that's awesome. Make sure you are subscribed and check out some other videos. Come on, just do it, man. Why not? If you like this one and you watch the whole thing, fucking just do it. All right, thanks for listening.